Although the hunt ends here, it begins with an award-winning gorilla tree stand.
Hey friends, isn't this your favorite time of the year? It's mine too. It's early fall, the leaves are in full color, and if you're a serious deer hunter, you should be just as serious about tree stand safety. I encourage you to make sure that you clearly understand and read all the instructions that come with your gorilla tree stand. And as you watch this video, make sure that you have absolute clarity on all the safety points offered in the NBEF tree stand safety video. Throughout that video and during the time that you're reading the instructions, if you have any questions on the tree stands or your safety belts, give us a call at Gorilla.
Gorilla tree stands come with everything you need for a safe and successful hunt. You'll find your TMA tested and approved tree stand along with a bag that contains your operating instructions. Tree stand safety is your responsibility. At Gorilla, we take safety seriously and remind that you must read, fully understand, and follow the provided instructions to minimize your risk of falling. For your personal safety, Gorilla suggests that you purchase and use a full body harness. If you're confused or fail to completely understand any of the written or video presented instructions, call us at 1-877-685-7817 for help before using Gorilla tree stands or accessories. It's Gorilla's job to inform you of the proper use and warn you of the hazards and risks associated with hunting off the ground. It's your job to put this information into practice. You'll notice that the provided V bracket must be installed prior to use. This is a 2-minute job, and Gorilla has provided you with a wrench to tighten the bolt. This bracket is very important to the operation of the camming action of the stand, so take your time and secure it in place as shown. Be sure to assemble the bracket with the nut on the inside of the V. Tighten it until it's snug. Gorilla has designed a removable seat with all of their stands. You'll need to sleeve it into the seat platform and clip the attachment buckles into place. Once your stand is assembled, we insist that you practice hanging it at ground level. That's a few inches above the ground prior to using it in the field. Snug up the belt by snapping it and then cam the tree stand into place twice and pull it down once as you set the stand. Repeat if necessary. This assures a rock-solid fit. Notice how the camming action tightens the attachment belt. This engineered feature is what makes the Gorilla platform so solid and secure to stand on. And at this point, walk around on the platform to silence the powder coat finish. You'll hear a few clicks as the finish flexes into place. After this initial procedure, the platform will be seriously quiet.
Hey friends, I'm going to give you the most important tip of this entire video. The fundamental principle of maintaining safety when you're ascending and descending from a tree stand is maintaining contact with the tree and using your lineman safety belt before you ever leave the ground. This way you're in contact all the way up, and after the end of your hunt, all the way back down. Not only will your hunt be successful, it'll also be safe. Hey friends, have you ever had somebody in deer camp that has found a big buck that lives way back in the swamp? He's got to get in there right where he sleeps and right where he lives. Well, I'd strongly recommend you consider the Silverback series by Gorilla. The Silverback series is the only tree stand that uses core reinforced aircraft aluminum, and that's how the Gorilla company gets lightweight built into their tree stands. When I say lightweight, I'm talking about 10 pounds of weight like this Silverback light right here. The Silverback light has an 18 by 24 inch platform, so it has lots of room, again, but it's only 10 pounds, so if you got to get to the back of the swamp or to the top of the ridge, this is the tree stand that you want to consider. It's complemented by the Silverback Light Hunter, and this is a tree stand that's my personal favorite because it has that very popular removable padded seat. It's got the dual density soft cell foam on the top and the hard cell foam on the bottom, which will keep you insulated from the cold for those long days on the tree stand. If you're looking for a tree stand that needs a little bit more room, you want to sit out there in the woods a little bit longer, then you might want to consider our medium-sized platform, the Silverback. The Silverback has a roomy 21 by 27 inch platform which gives you more than enough room to be comfortable on a stand all day. It has all the same great Gorilla features, including the popular dual density removable seat. 1.5-inch padded seat on the top, a 1/2 inch hard cell foam on the bottom, which will insulate you from the cold metal underneath. From the Silverback, we go to the Silverback Magnum, which is the Cadillac of the line. Let me show it to you next. Now, everybody likes the Cadillac, and the Cadillac for the Silverback series of tree stands is the Silverback Magnum. The Silverback Magnum has an oversized seat featuring the popular deluxe air ride cushion. Remember, that's the air ride cushion that has the bladder inside that gives you that nice soft seat. It has a 720 square inch platform. That's 24 by 30 inches of room for you to shift your feet, shift your weight, and give you lots of room to turn if an animal or a deer moves on you and you have to reposition yourself on the stand. This huge platform is going to give you the luxury to turn on that animal when the moment counts. It has the backpack straps. It has the nylon washers inside and out. It has the claw strap, just like all of the Gorilla series. And it does this at a mere 14 pounds. And how do they do that? With the core reinforced aircraft grade aluminum construction. Silverback Magnum.
The Silverback Deluxe has all the creature comforts that Gorilla has to offer, including light but strong core reinforced aluminum construction. A roomy 21 by 27 inch platform, air ride seat with back cushion, a comfortable footrest, and optional universal gun rest. Gorilla recently won the Field & Stream Best of the Best Award for tree stand design. We think you'll like them too. You'll find that Gorilla's gun rest is a functional accessory that spells success in the whitetail woods. Look at the blend of engineering and hunting savvy that went into the Gorilla Universal Gun Rest. It has a smooth swivel design for steady aiming, 360-degree swiveling availability, and oversized knobs for easy height adjustment, even with gloves on. Better yet, this universal gun rest can be attached to most tree stands. This young Pennsylvania hunter put the Silverback and gun rest to the test this past season.
Trail goes right across here. We just saw him go through here a couple of minutes ago. So it should be right down over this hill. He wants to go with you? Okay. Okay.
Not only are Gorilla stands effective in the whitetail woods, but also they're easy to hang. Let's join Paul Vicunas for a demonstration.
Hey friends, wouldn't you appreciate a tree stand that hangs real easy after a long hike back into the deer woods? Let me take a quick second here and show you how easy it is to install a Gorilla tree stand. I'm using climbing sticks in this situation here, so when I get to my last stick, I want to make sure that I leave at least one, perhaps two steps above the point where I'm going to step down onto my tree stand. That ensures an extra measure of safety. Let me show how easy these Gorilla tree stands installed. I just reach around the tree, grab on my buckle, go underneath my climbing stick, like so. Hook up the cinch claw to the bracket, keep the tension on it. A couple good snaps. Push this tree stand down and cam action it into place. Good and solid there. Now I'm ready to make my step over. So now I'm above my tree stand, I step over, and all the while I'm still fully connected with my lineman safety harness. That's a fast, effective, and safe way to install a gorilla tree stand.
Like King Kong himself, this stand is full size and gorilla tough. This platform is fully usable and gives you 720 square inches of deck space. That's 24 by 30 inches. The dual density cushion is removable and will offer your tush the best seat in the house. The professionally welded steel construction means security for your hunt. Gorilla tree stands have passed the rigorous TMA testing requirements. And the welded steel mesh platform is non-slip, hush quiet, and always supports your feet in a level position.
This is one of my favorite tree stands in our gorilla line of tree stands. This is the Kong series. It's our medium-sized platform, so it's got a roomy 21 by 27 inch platform. That's enough room for even a lumberjack. It's got all the same great design features that you can depend on, including the cinch cloth strap that's rubber dipped, no metal-to-metal contact anywhere. You know, friends, as the days get colder, this is a feature you're really going to appreciate in our Kong tree stand. This dual density removable seat cushion has got soft cell foam on the top for all-day comfort. It's 1.5 inches of padding. Then on the bottom side, you've got hard cell, closed cell foam, and that's what's going to insulate you from the cold of the seat. I promise you, as the days grow colder, you'll welcome the Gorilla Tree Stand removable seat.
Whitetail researchers have determined that mature bucks live a lifestyle that's cloaked in shadows. Once a buck reaches 2.5 years old, his schedule is compressed toward darkness on both ends of the day. They also avoid disturbances and humans much more than young bucks. This means that they're often found further from the roads and in the thickest cover. In order to effectively and routinely encounter these mature bucks, you have to leave the crowds behind and head deeper into the dark haunts of the big ones. Here's Paul with a solution for you serious whitetailers.
You know, a lot of my buddies like to hunt out of a smaller tree stand. This is our lightest tree stand in the Kong series. It's called the Baby Kong, in fact. It's got an 18 by 24 inch platform, which is still plenty of room for your size 13 hunting boots, but it's light, it's compact, and it gets you into those tight spots where oftentimes big bucks tend to live. It's got the backpack straps, which makes it real convenient for you to get into those tight spaces and into that little secret bedding area where your big buck's waiting for you.
We all like to have our hands free to carry our bow or rifle when we walk back into those thickets Paul talked about. That's why Gorilla provides factory-installed backpacking straps with all of their stands. This next stand is a favorite scouting stand for those buck swamps.
Hey, do you have any friends that have a piece of property that they need multiple stand locations, perhaps to play the wind on one side of a trail or the other, or perhaps they don't get a lot of time to do a lot of advanced scouting? Well, what we find here in this Baby Gorilla, it has all the same features as the Upline series does. It's pre-drilled to receive a footrest. It has the removable seat on here with a full 1-inch foam padding on there to keep you nice and warm and dry, insulated from the cold. It's got the cinch cloth strap, no metal-to-metal contact, and with the backpack straps included. This is a perfect stand for someone that needs multiple locations.
For those who want all the comfort available, there's the King Kong Deluxe. The bells and whistles on this stand aren't for looks. They'll make you more effective. The design team at Gorilla added a silent footrest that comes as standard equipment. Any experienced whitetailer knows that one of the times that buck will catch you moving is when you stand to stretch your legs. This Gorilla footrest allows you to stretch your legs without frequently needing to stand. That reduces movement, and that makes you more effective. They may be called tree stands, but Gorilla designers noticed that most hunters spend the majority of their time sitting, so they engineered a solution for your south side. This unique air ride seat is going to allow you to sit for hours in comfort. Here's Gorilla's inside story on all-day comfort. The secret's in the 3-layer construction. First, you have 1.5 inches of open cell comfort foam. Next, the one-of-a-kind sealed air bladder with 1/2 inch of support foam inside. And finally, a 1/2 inch of rigid closed cell foam that stops cold from penetrating and captures body heat. No need to buy advance tickets for this seat. It comes standard on the King Kong Deluxe. Gorilla deer hunting engineers decided to include a padded backrest for 3 reasons you'll enjoy. First, for added comfort. Next, because serious whitetail hunters know that if your back rubs on the bark, the noise may alarm a nearby deer. And because keeping your back and kidneys warm will allow you to stay in the stand longer, giving you an edge. If you're serious about whitetails, we suggest you invest in the most functional hang-on stand in America, Gorilla's King Kong Deluxe. It will pay big dividends on your trophy wall. Research has shown that most tree stand accidents occur while putting up and taking down stands. In light of this fact, Gorilla engineered their stands easy to install and take down. They designed a dual claw attachment belt that now comes standard on all Gorilla hang-ons. This makes hanging a Gorilla safer because you can position the buckle so it's always on your side of the tree. No more reaching around to operate a buckle you can't see. You can expect innovations like the dual claw attachment hook from Gorilla.
You know, the only thing that makes me madder than missing a big buck is missing my tree stand. We put a lot of work into hanging those tree stands. You can imagine a feature-packed tree stand like this Silverback Deluxe is just as attractive to a thief as it is to a serious hunter. So a little bit of advice, some cheap insurance is a cable lock available by Gorilla. Just take your cable lock system, go around your tree stand, and a little tip, I like to go through the tree, through the tree stand, makes it a little bit tougher for them to steal it. Just take the male part, put it into the female part, a little bit of a push. That's all the security you need to deter theft.
Gorilla wants to remind you that not only do bucks get bigger with age, but also trees grow in circumference each year, some more than 2 inches per year. Never leave a tree stand or climbing stick attached to a tree for more than 2 weeks. The growth in tree circumference can cause great stress on attachment buckles and cause the stand to fail when you add your weight.
If you're looking for a system that'll give you the ultimate in lightweight and portability if you're a run-and-gun type of hunter, combine a Silverback Series tree stand with Gorilla's new ultralight climbing stick. It's a 3-foot-long stick that's core reinforced aluminum, which only equates to 2.5 pounds per stick. It has ambidextrous foot pegs, which gives you a left hand or a right hand foot platform, a very aggressive tread on here to ensure a non-slip surface for your boot, and then of course you have a cam action buckle that gives you that nice secure feeling when you cinch that up tight on the tree.
Ultralight climbing sticks are engineered to lock into place when you tighten the cam buckle and apply downward pressure. You'll also notice that they're a great lightweight solution for those hot spots in the back 40. The all-steel Gorilla stacking stick reaches 12 feet high with 3 reinforced sleeving sections. Like the ultralight, it attaches with cam buckle attachment straps. 4-foot extensions are available.
Now once you're using a fixed position tree stand that's already been hung, the ultimate in safety is using a mountaineering rig using a prusik knot. Very, very simple. Let me show you how it works. This is the prusik knot here, which works very much in principle like a safety belt. It slides up with you when you climb, but should you have an accident and you fall down, it stops, just like a safety belt does in your car. So with the prusik knot and a carabiner combination, you would just take the tether from your full body harness, connect the carabiner, and make sure that you lock it up, like so. Now we're ready for the climb. Just take the prusik knot, and as you climb up, you just push it ahead of you and start your climb. All the while maintaining full contact with the tree. Now when I get to the top of the tree stand, I want to reconnect. I undo the lock on the carabiner, reattach my safety rope, take my cam buckle, which is right here. I go around the tree, up around face level, eye level that is, and reconnect back to my tether, and I'm locked in. Now you can disconnect from the prusik knot, but you can see that all 3 pieces are maintained right here. There you go. And I got good tension on the tether. I'm ready to hunt.
Gorilla offers 3 styles of screw-in steps. Each have a tapered machine screw point for instant starts, and they each have a knurled or scored traction surface. This is the folding style. Then, there are 2 one-piece rod steps, the 4.5-inch standard and the 5.5-inch magnum. Gorilla offers the following safety guidelines for using screw-in steps in their instructions. Here's a review. Space steps at or less than knee height. Longer spacing may cause you to slip or lose your balance. Always make sure your steps are clean and not icy or wet. Always use a lineman-style climbing system for security, like Gorilla's full-body harness and climbing system when installing steps. Avoid thick-barked or dead trees, and be sure that the steps are screwed all the way into the bed when installing. And never attempt to install a screw-in step into a pre-existing or used hole. The threads will not hold, and the step will easily pull out. When erecting a ladder stand, always use 3 people, 2 to hold and 1 to climb. First, attach the stabilizing bar. Then, 1 person climbs and attaches first their fall restraint, then the ratchet strap. Although this class of stand is the safest to use once it's set up, it can be dangerous to erect if you don't follow the instructions. Always use 3 people. Gorilla ladders come in 2 sizes, 12-foot and 15-foot. Be sure to use your fall restraint when using a ladder stand. Ladders are perfect for the hunter who wants to hunt from a stand, but may not be comfortable with a conventional climbing system. These stands are more effective than you may think. Gorilla manufactures a line of fall restraint devices that will make your hunt safer.
Hey friends, when using a tree stand, the element of safety really relies on using the fall restraint system properly and correctly. Let me show you a couple pointers that I like to use when I use a full body harness, which is my safety belt of choice. This buckle here is called a carabiner. You want to make sure that at all times the carabiner thread is locked up into the closed position. Number 2, when you're using the cam buckle, make sure that this dog leg, which is spring loaded, is always away from the tree. You never want this against the tree where it's going to leave this cam buckle open here, which would allow it to become disconnected from any of your contact points. Make sure that that is closed and away from the tree. And probably the most important thing in terms of what actually holds you and attaches you to the harness is that when you're using the buckles, make sure that you leave about 6 to 8 inches of tether behind the teeth. That will allow the teeth enough material to grab once the belt is under load.
Gorilla's full-body harness and climbing system makes hanging stands easy and reduces fatigue. Never leave the ground without being connected to the tree.
The lineman style belt just follows me on the way down. I'm back on the ground, safe, and in one piece. It's that simple.
The Gorilla staff reminds you that if you fall from the platform when properly tethered, your fall restraint will arrest your fall, but you must immediately climb back onto the stand platform. The physical stress involved in hanging from any type of fall restraint can quickly cause unconsciousness, which can lead to death. Watch the NBEF Safe Tree Stand Hunting segment that follows for more vital instructions on fall restraint. For the rare few of you that are ready for a real challenge, we suggest that you scout out a hot spot and take a whitetail from the ground. That's how it was done in the old days. Even when you're eye-to-eye with a whitetail buck, you can score if you're comfortable and still. Gorilla's tree seat can give you the edge you need. If you were a buck, you'd have a tag on your antler. Here's Paul.
Hey friends, have you ever thought about taking your hunting to a new level? I'm talking about ground level. And if you ever want to take up a challenge, bow or gun, shooting a white-tailed deer off the ground is a tough one. And that's a big challenge to overtake. Let me tell you about a little accessory that Gorilla has to offer. This is our Gorilla's new ground seat. It's got a cam action design on here where you would ratchet the seat into place. It's got 2 V-brackets for good, strong support. It's got a padded seat to keep you quiet. And if you did have to stand, It too has the nylon washers inside and out the bolt sleeves to keep you perfectly quiet. Here's a little tip though. Tall or short, it doesn't matter how tall you are. Always put the seat at knee level, and that way there, it's always going to be at the perfect ground level to keep you still, quiet, and comfortable for an all-day sit. So if you're ready to take up the challenge and take your hunting to the new level, and remember, I mean ground level, don't forget the new Gorilla accessory, which is the tree seat.
Gorilla would like to offer you a challenge. Walk up to a tree with your old tree stand and see if it takes you longer than 30 seconds to securely hang your stand. If it takes you longer than 30 seconds, there could be a gorilla in your future. Gorilla is committed to helping you have a safe and successful time of field tree stand hunting. If we can be of service to you, or if you have a question concerning our products, please call 1-877-685-7817. Now, stay tuned for the informative and exciting NBEF segment titled Safe Tree Stand Hunting.